Hello friends, Jeff here, Going Direct, episode 36. To my right is nobody. Scott is doing the NFL draft this week, so he's in Vegas, and I'm stuck here at the office holding down the fort for those guys. So I'm doing the show by myself today. The good news is we have Hofer's Hotseat today, and the guest is El Jefe himself.
El Jefe.
Me. It's just me today. All right, flying solo. It is a busy week, very busy week around here. The NFL draft is a big deal for Panini. I'll get into that in a little bit, but let's start with NBA playoffs. As a Mavericks fan, this has been a very exciting playoff. For the first three games, we didn't have Luka, but we won two of those games. Somehow, without Luka, we beat the Jazz 2 games. Luka comes back, the Jazz were fired up, they take the next game. It was 2-2, and then the Mavs won the next game to put them up 3-2 in the series. They won by a pretty big margin. They looked great. By the time this episode airs, I believe the next game will have been played. So you guys will know more than I know right now, but I feel really good about this series. Trae Young and the Hawks did not look great during the playoffs. Just to be frank, I'm a Trae Young fan, and they couldn't pull it all together. Trae didn't look like normal Trae. Didn't look like normal playoff Trae. And they just got outplayed. So that was a bummer that we lost Trae in the playoffs. I do want to mention, because we haven't talked about the Celtics, goodness gracious, Jason Tatum has been killing it. The Celtics swept the Nets, who were obviously early season favorites to go deep into the playoffs. Man, they just kind of fell apart. It was kind of sad to see. There are a lot of frustrations there, but the Celtics are looking amazing. Shout out Jason Tatum, who is just killing the game right now. The Pelicans, surprisingly, are putting up a big fight against the Suns. The Suns are obviously one of the favorites in the playoffs. They lost Devin Booker. They've lost 2 games to the Pels, but I think they're up 3-2 right now, so that series is going to be decided soon, probably by the time this airs. So we'll see what happens there, but that is much tighter than I would have ever expected. And I just want to throw out a prediction, because my co-host Scotty has refused so far to throw out any predictions, stand by any teams. And this prediction is going to kind of hurt me, because as you guys know, my team is the Mavs. But out of the West, I am predicting Golden State Warriors. Hopefully I'm wrong. Nothing would make me happier than to see the Mavs there. But I just feel like Golden State they're too strong. They have a squad that has been to, the finals before. And I don't know, man. And with the addition of Jordan Poole, as good as he's playing, they're going to be really tough to beat. And from the East, I think the Celtics have a good chance of going to the finals. So I hope they're other than the Hawks, who are no longer in it. Celtics are probably my favorite team in the East, so I could see them making the finals. So my prediction for this year's NBA Finals: Golden State Warriors, Boston Celtics. We'll see how that works out for me. All right, so going into the release calendar, we had an awesome week this week. We released one football. We did Revolution Basketball. And then today, Friday, we have the classic Donruss Baseball, a product that I grew up collecting. So pretty excited about that one. Next week, we have a massive week. We are set to release 2021 National Treasures Football. You may have heard of it, National Treasures. Also 21-22 Court Kings Basketball. Probably my favorite design of any product that we do at Panini. Court Kings is just, the artwork is incredible. I love all of those insert sets. It makes me happy. Level 4 Parallel makes me happy. Also, next week we're set to do Mosaic Soccer. We have La Liga and Serie A. They come in separate boxes, but it's essentially the same release. So we have that to look forward to. And then finally, next week, we're really excited to be releasing a first-time product, Donruss UFC. Should be really cool. I'm excited to see what that looks like. Can't wait to get my hands on some and open it. Okay, now on to the NFL Draft. As I mentioned, like this is a big deal around the Panini offices. We're one of the big sponsors for the NFL Draft. Every year we're at the NFL Draft. We do NFL Draft Panini instant cards. So literally, as the guys are walking across the stage, after they've been selected, we're cranking out a card with a shot of them going across the stage with their new team on it. It's an amazing process, slightly stressful, but hopefully you guys enjoy it, because when we call it Panini Instant, this is about as close to instant as we can get. So that's really cool. We have that to look forward to. Obviously, you guys can go to the site. The Instant are all available there. Look under, it is under the Panini Instant section. Look for 2022 NFL, and they should all be under that. Also, okay, I should also mention, by the time this episode releases, the first night of the draft will already be in the can. So you guys already know who went in the first round. So those first rounders are now available in the store. Gosh, it's such a, I have to wrap my mind around, we shoot on Wednesday, we release on Friday. So I have to remember that. A lot goes on between Wednesday and Friday. Okay, something else to be looking for. The Panini Rated Rookie Series. We're following 3 draft picks this year. Aiden Hutchinson may have gone number 1. Garrett Wilson and Matt Corral. It's a docu-series following these guys. There's 3 parts for each of them. It's amazing. You can find it on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Panini. And the series is really well done by some production partners of ours. We're proud of it. I think you guys will enjoy it. It's great insight. Like, we're following these guys from them, like, preparing for the combine, going into the draft. We talk to their family members. We talk to them. It's really interesting insight to see what's going on during this phase of these young athletes' lives before they become these big NFL stars. So it's crazy. It's a really interesting kind of fairy tale story for all of them. And then if you're not following the Panini draft coverage on Twitter, what are you doing? If you're following the draft, tune into our Twitter. It's twitter.com/Panini America. We have crazy draft coverage, including, everybody's instant. We're posting different content, different video content from behind the scenes. We have the Rated Rookie Series, as I mentioned, tons of cool stuff. And then finally, speaking of the NFL Draft, we have assembled a montage of never before seen interview footage from some of last year's draft picks, answering some random questions that the Panini team asked them. And I think you guys are really going to enjoy this. Again, never before seen footage, so that's always fun. And let's go ahead and cue that up then.
Oh man, it was one of those surreal moments, things that you can't even believe is true when it first happened. And just being able to bring it in with my family, had all my close family, extended family, all around me. So it was just like one of those moments that you can't even believe actually happened.
It was just a night you just never gonna forget.
Man, it felt good. It was a life-changing moment, but it was really for the people that was around me.
Oh man, that was an incredible experience. The first thing that comes to my mind is just, my mom sitting next to me and my family being, just so excited all around me.
Yeah, it was awesome. A dream come true. Something I've always, wanted to do, and I think even to this day, it's still, a little unreal to me. I would say just my first actual job while working at a car wash. It was hot. Being out there in the sun,
I mean, you think being out there playing sports is hot, just sitting out there all day, gotten cars in that's running with the heat coming from the cars, yeah, it's different.
Yeah, I actually worked as a Walmart stocker. So I was in the back stocking milk and stocking yogurt for everybody. And that was one of my summer jobs. And it was actually pretty fun and wasn't too hard, and I made good money.
Probably summer job was in college, an internship, and I worked for my dad's company, which had a branch in Louisville, Tennessee. So I was doing a lot of the mechanical engineer stuff.
Man, even though we lost this game, playing Penn State in 2017, my freshman year, that stadium got so loud in the final minute and 26 seconds when Penn State had the ball that you could say words and it would not match anything you thought in your head.
I would say beating Alabama my sophomore year. It's just, of course, not many teams can say they beat Alabama. But at Auburn, I'm pretty sure we probably beat them the most out of any other school. But, it was a good, tough game, especially going against Alabama. Usually the best team in college. And just being able to beat them was just amazing. And then, of course, after the game, the whole stadium storms the field, and it's just great.
Probably my games against LSU. I mean, that's the home team. Just being able to go out there in front of my family, knowing it means a lot to me, a lot to them. To be able to go out there and play against that team that a lot of my family was big fans of.
I would have to say Friday pep rally before a game. At the end of the day, we would get everybody together as a school before we played and got everybody hyped up. So that was always fun.
I guess my favorite tradition at Florida was this thing we call Gator Walk, and it's where you get off the bus, probably like a block down from where you walk into the stadium, and you kind of just see all the fans out there. There's thousands of fans out there welcoming you to the stadium, and it kind of just, as soon as you get off that bus, you can just kind of feel the ground shaking. You can feel the energy in the atmosphere, and kind of sets the tone for the whole game.
Oh, like the fourth quarter at Carolina, we all they had like the bells will ring, and then
I say pep rallies. Like every year in the playoffs, we'll have a pep rally. For like every game that we won, like every time we went to another round, we have another pep rally. So I say just that, and like us walking through the hall and everybody coming out in the hallway and just seeing us with our jerseys on.
How awesome was that? Pretty cool. Yeah, it's always fun to see that sort of stuff. As I mentioned, the guest for Hofer Hotseat, aka El Jefe Hotseat, is El Jefe himself. Sorry, guys. I was hoping, I won't even tell you who the guest is supposed to be this week. It's tough. Like, we have these guests are very in demand inside this building and outside. And so occasionally they are busy. So I've struck out the last 2 weeks. Next week we have a very special guest. I'm very excited. I'm not going to say because I don't want to jinx anything, but it may be someone from the NFL Network. So just throwing that out there. Okay, this week we do have some products open. We have one football. That's going to be nice and quick. As you guys know, one card in a one-touch. It's football. It's on-card auto. There's tons of patch autos in these. They're awesome. And then Revolution Basketball. The most funky, groovy looking designs that we do. It's really cool. It makes you feel like you're in outer space or taken back to the 70s. It's awesome. I love it. Jaws on the box. What up? And all right, so I'm going to save one as a kind of our finale since that's a one-hitter. And start with Revolution. So everything is shiny about Revolution. Everything, including the box. We can signal aircraft with this. So let's see what our call-outs are in this. So 4 rookies, 4 inserts, 8 parallel. No average autos on this. I don't think people buy Revolution necessarily for the autos. Anyways, we buy this for the cool SP inserts like Galactic, like Astro, I think there's one called, no, that was Phoenix. Almost called it Inferno. It's not Inferno. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys an idea of what the base. Here's Pascal Siakam. You guys can see just how shiny these are. All right, so here's our first insert. Oh, it's Trae Young. This is the Vortex insert. You know, if I ever get stranded on an island somewhere, just me and a volleyball, and if I was able to bring one box of cards, it would definitely be Revolution, because I know I could signal the first aircraft that flies anywhere near them. These things are shiny. And it just keep me entertained because they're cool to look at. Tyrese Maxey. All right, so here is a first rookie Revolution, Chris Durante. What do you think, Scott? Never has anything to say. Okay, here we go. Trey Mann. Rookie. That looks... So I'm trying to figure out, I haven't got my parallels down just yet for this, but how cool is that card? I know the Galactic boys out there could immediately look at this and figure out what it is, which parallel it is. Not me. I'm not in the Galactic Boy Club yet. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so I'm gonna show the Jonathan Kuminga. This is the Vortex, so this is just an insert, but. And then, I wish I knew which parallel this was. It's got cool stars on it. That's such a generic description, but that's pretty accurate. Tyler Hero. The Heat are also looking good in the playoffs. As I mentioned, defeating my Atlanta Hawks. It was weird. Growing up, for some reason, you know how you kind of adopt teams that are outside your home city. So I adopted Boston Red Sox. So I grew up as a Kansas City Royals fan. I adopted Boston Red Sox. Whatever reason, I loved them in the late 80s, I guess it was. I loved watching them. Mike Greenwell, Ellis Burks, Wade Boggs. That was a great squad. Roger Clemens. And then I adopted the Atlanta Hawks as my basketball team. Growing up in Kansas, we didn't have a basketball team nowhere near there. So I took on the Atlanta Hawks and watching like Dominique Wilkins in that squad. So I've kind of always liked Atlanta Hawks. I don't have a better explanation of why I root for them other than that. And I collect Trae Young because he and Luka will forever be paired together in my mind because of their draft class and that famous trade. So here is I'm not going to show that. I am going to show this Devin Booker, who may or may not have an injured hammy right now. I don't know which parallel this is, but it has crop circles on it. This is the crop circle parallel. The designers are like, shut Jeff up. No, this has got a much cooler name, I'm sure, but Devin Book, D-Book. Matt, who do you like in the playoffs? Well, I know, but who do you like in the finals? So if I'm assuming Matt behind the camera is a Mavs fan, so I'm guessing he's insinuating that he likes the Mavs. Who do you like meeting the Mavs in the NBA Finals then?
I hope it's the Celtics because we beat the Celtics all the time.
Fair enough. I like your reasoning. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so we both got the Celtics in the finals. I feel like I really sold our team out, by the way, picking Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors to be in the finals. I hope I didn't jinx us by making that call. Not that I'm superstitious, but... Oh, that's cool. So this is numbered out of 10. Again, I don't know which parallel this is. But I also don't know how to pronounce this gentleman's name. Ayo Dosunumu. Sure, I nailed that. Out of 10 for the Bulls. Your Chicago Bulls. Did you ever see, I wonder what the Bulls do pregame now, but they had the best like pregame audio video display going into like the warm up to name off their starting lineup. Man, it used to be epic. Obviously when Jordan was there. Here's another Steph Curry. I wonder if they still do a massive production there. I guess all the teams are kind of doing much bigger production these days. Ooh, gosh, these look good. Out of 50, Gary Trent Jr. I'm gonna call this the Matrix. That's not really the name of the parallel, but since I'm guessing right now, the Matrix. All right, last pack mojo. Ooh. Wow, well, we got 2 Donovan Spider Mitchells in that pack. I'll show this one, the Vortex, because Vortex are cool looking. And then Andrew Wiggins, another big piece of that Golden State Warriors team. It's the star parallel. I'm so sorry. Maybe we can put graphics underneath these with the actual name. All right, cool. Moving on to one football. This may be the shortest episode ever, Matt. Again, it's not just a clever name. There's one card in here in a one-touch. They're all on card autos, which is awesome. And a lot of patch autos in this product. A lot of, dare I say, sick patches. I don't usually use that, but I'm saying it with irony. If you're someone out there that uses the term sick patch, it's okay. All right, here we go. Oh, wow. Jeez, that is good looking. This is a rookie autograph from the Detroit Lions, Jeff Okudah, and it's out of 99. Every card coming out of one looks pretty darn awesome. And this is no exception. I like what we've done there. It's like got a 3D look to it. Okay, well, that's all she wrote. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm sorry it was just me, but also you're welcome. And we'll see you guys next week. Come back. We got an awesome guest next week. At least we have an awesome guest scheduled next week. Okay, goodbye.